Alright guys, welcome to cryptovins.com. Here is CryptoVins. We're just gonna do a quick update on BTC. I'm just gonna spread the link on my channels and wait until few connect and we can start the stream. Put some music on. That's it. I guess we can start. 13 people already. Let's check my microphone since I always have problem. Do you guys hear me pretty good? If anyone can check, please write in the YouTube chat if you can. Ruben, are you listening to me? Microphone is good? Okay, beautiful. All right, so what's the situation at the moment? It's a bad situation. Let's just draw the main lines that we all know. Actually, maybe I have stuff already drawn. Not this one. Here we go. Those are the lines that we wanted to check, right? Our symmetrical triangle that got broke, and that's what we have to look for when I drew this chart. Where is it? Here we go. So this was the chart that I drew, and this is hell and this is even. So as you can see in this chart, I'm not gonna draw it again from scratch, but there was the 1 year support line matching up with the resistance, the 3 months resistance here. So at this, around this level, where everything could have happened. As we know, symmetrical triangle can either break up or down, and in this case it broke down, and that's when I post my my short around 7.7, and it's still going. So we want to look close now to see what's going on right now. Of course, the pink purple ABC correction probably is out of the way, and so we can delete it. So now we have this yellow ABC that could be a problem, and of course might end up right on 3K, where this huge next support is. But you know, this is the kind of the bearish scenario that we've been looking for, and it can happen. You know, it's nothing impossible. You know, we know manipulation is huge, and we read the article about the cartels that can manipulate the market. And, you know, that's something that happens in this world, and especially when the future are open for BTC. And you know, we all know that the future were open right at 19K, and since then the price dropped. So to summarize everything, we know that the green line, they call it the line of coincidences. That means every time the trend gets close to the line, whoever, you know, the big players, the manipulators and cartels, whoever it is, they release bad news. And I don't think I think it's a big coincidence. Sorry, I don't think it's a big coincidence. I think they're doing purpose. Like around here, there was so much FUD, Binance, MTGOX, and some other stuff that like they came right on that point. It's impossible, the regulation and all this stuff, that I really believe the market is highly manipulated. The MTGOX thing that everyone talks about, in my opinion, that's just a FUD. It's just something that came out to scare people, because in my opinion, a guy that sells $40 million cannot crash BTC when BTC has a volume of, let's go check. I gotta go to exchanges. Oh, here, tools, currency. Let's see by currency. So Bitcoin 24-hour volume just today, it's $7 billion. So how one guy with 40 million can make Bitcoin crash? It's impossible. Plus, the transaction that you guys see from MTGOX wallet, this guy moved the money from his offline wallet to an exchange. That doesn't mean the guy sold 2,000 BTC, 6,000 BTC, how much that was worth 40 million at that time, in a second. It can dump on himself. So he for sure sold it in little steps, in more transactions. So I'm not gonna be worried about this MTGOX thing. And the Binance story, it was another FUD. Then we figured it out that everything was fine at the end. It was just a problem of the guy itself. They were using third-party softwares with API keys to like trade some on other platform, and these other platforms stole their keys, and and they made a mess. But anyways, let's go back to what's happening right now, and let's go a little bit closer. So first of all, let's put our moving averages, and let's go on a more clear chart. Here we go. Wow, I can't believe I have a clear chart. Okay, so moving averages, let's put just the simple one to make it easy. Let's choose two. The one they make the dead cross. So moving average 50. Right there. And moving average 200. Make it purple, actually green. No, I can see nothing. Red. Okay. And let's make 200. Oh, so they're getting very close. They're almost crossing. Actually, they are crossing, but you know, sure is bad, but you know, we've seen in the history that those average that can touch and bounce off right at the cross and go back up. You know, we need to panic if these things start to really cross. Let's keep in mind, you know, we are trading cryptocurrencies, so I'm always flexible compared to stock market when I analyze my charts. So you know, the patterns, like the Elliott waves, they say the third has to be the longest. You know, sometimes I see perfect waves the same length, so I'm not gonna be so peaky and precise. And you know, even with those harmonic patterns too, they cannot they can be that precise in stock market, where the stock market is such a slow pace market, and you know, people have time to analyze everything, analyze Fibonacci, analyze the extensions, and so on. But we live in a market that is super fast, over manipulated, full of experts, full of newbies, full of people that don't know what they're doing. So we need to kind of consider the little error. So again, I'm not gonna be precise when I draw my my lines, my patterns, and so on. For example, this was a huge harmonic pattern here. Actually, in a smaller chart. First of all, let's draw our SMA, which is not simple moving average, because simple moving average is supposed to be MA, and they call the simple one because it's just moving average. As you guys can see here, there are a lot: moving average exponential, weighted, smoothed, whole, and so on. So they're all different because they are made by considering different prices, different heights, different lows, and so on. I'm not gonna go through into that, but the smoothed one, as the words say, is the most smoothed, so it doesn't have very up and downs. And as you can see, if I use this indicator and I put 200, which is the one that everyone looks at, and I'm gonna make it purple. So I'm gonna leave just the 200 moving average 200, which is the simple, and this is the moving average, the smoothed one. So this is the only average that BTC used to bounce off. Traders, investors bought it right back there. So as you can see, here is where BTC bounced right on, and it even matches up with the Fibonacci. Let's see, Fibonacci based on this main spike right here. So if I trace from here to there, it kind of retrace almost 100%. Okay, now if we wanna bring right here, that would be 100% on this second one. So let me check at the back. So right now this can bounce off here again, and this will be kind of a fractal of this pattern, you know, not really precise, but these things that we see here what could happen right here. Why not? And this would be another one, another Fibonacci there. And if I see every time I see I trace my Fibonacci, I always try to see if the trend bounce off my levels. And as you can see here, you know, let me remove this for a second. See the trend bounce off here, goes back down, goes to 38, goes to 23 and stops, goes to 0, back to 38, 0, back to 38, then it goes to 50 and stops, 61 and stop, 50, 78 and so on. So if when I trace my Fibonacci and the trend actually bounce off pretty good, I'm gonna use that Fibonacci as a good Fibonacci. So right here is going down, so it crossed the 78% Fibonacci, so probably it might end up right here. And in that case though, it will break this SMA 200 indicator, which is the only one that also, you know, that was strong enough to let Bitcoin bounce there. And this is what we see from the one-day chart. Moving averages are almost crossing right here, MA 50 and MA 200. Hi Isaac, hi Reese, I'm just saying hi to everyone. Flo, Cbus, Craig, Booze, LA, and SMM4 Shirf 25. Man, that nickname is so crazy. Oh, it's Mashers, that's why. I'm Italian, I cannot read those stuff. Anyways, so yes, I really hope that those moving averages don't cross and we see like a totally cross there. They're very close right now. If we make the line thin, we can see for sure better. Let's go zoom in. As you can see, they didn't touch it. You see, if I go close, they didn't cross yet, man. So they didn't cross. So that's let's say good for now. This one bounced right off, and you can see the candle that stopped right there. So by looking at this, we might have some hope of a bounce and starting a new bull run by looking in the one-day chart. Okay, the problem is, the biggest problem is that the trend broke, the one-year trend, and the one-year trend is supposed to be this one, probably. Yep, this one, because it touches 3 support, 1, 2, and 3. So confirms our line. Now, just to play around with moving averages, because you know there are so many moving averages that traders use, so it's very hard to make considerations. As you can see though, this one, which is the moving average 200, look how many times the trend used that as a support. So right here we have 1, 2, and 3, a little bit here close, and then he failed, and he failed bouncing off the SMA. Now actually this moving average 200 was acting as a support, is acting as a resistance right now, as you can see right here, right? So the trend arrived here, didn't pass moving average, and it went back down. So now we're fighting between the moving average 200, the simple one, and the smoothed moving average. So right now that's the situation that I can see from the 1-day chart. It broke the 1-year trend, so that's a bad news. But you know, that doesn't mean we go straight down to 3K. There are so many other supports, strong support, that needs to be broken in order to arrive to 3K, and we can bounce off everything. So now, yes, this is a log scale. This is a log scale. You know, the difference is this. You know, this is linear and this is log scale. So log scale doesn't get distorted. What I mean by that, if I do, for example, really quick, if I trade something and this is 69%, if I want to trace another 69%, as you can see, the rectangle height is the same. So it keeps everything in dimension, as you say, in perspective. But if I use the linear scale, see this rectangle, which is 69%, as this one, it looks smaller, but in reality, it's the same. They're the same percentage. Okay. So when we want to see coins that are very high in price, we need to use the log scale, especially BTC, because it's $19,000. But you know, if we go chart some coins, they're still at 100 sat, 200 sat. You're not gonna see any big difference. So plus, you know, I trace the log scale because the trend, the resistance line here is precise. So there are 3 points that confirm this trend line, while if I put a linear scale and I try to connect those points, the trend already broke the line and is bouncing off right here. You know, that's another way to see. You know, I'm not saying that's wrong. Lots of users in crypto keep using the linear scale and is bouncing off this trend line in this case. So no more resistance, no more support, is a trend line because it acts as a resistance and as a support in this case. Okay, but we might check the both of the chart to have a better understanding. So now what can we see? Let's put our nice symmetrical triangle. Right there, and broke down, and we know that when it broke down, it breaks down, it's no good. But you know, it can be a fake a bearish trap, right? So it might just go down and then boom boom boom, people sell everything, and and the strong players buy back. So let's go take a look match 200 and see what happens. And as you can see, 100, it bounced off 100 pretty much every time too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it failed too. and so on. You can play around with those one. I can play moving average, smoothed moving average 200, and see where it ends up. Bounce here, almost touch it here, and so on. So you know, you have to play around to really trade those moving average and make your best prediction. Wow, I got 45 people viewing, so that's good. That's a record. Anyways, okay, let's put everything back as it was. So smoothed moving average, I can even say very well smoothed. Then we have MA200 and MA50, which are the simple ones that should identify our cross, as we see here, right? And we've seen the cross didn't happen yet, so we have some chances. Now let's go check some indicators, see what they say. I think they're pretty bad, but one-day chart, looking indicators one-day chart, I don't find that great, because this is going down right now. For this to go up, we really need to see the 4 hour what it's doing. And if it's the 4 hour is really bad, now okay, the 1 day it's really terrible. But if we go even closer and see one hour chart down, and I mean, I don't want to go even close, that won't be a very long prediction. So if 3 indicators, so the same indicator MACD on 3 different charts is going down, well, probably we're going down. So that's what for MACD. RSI, I don't want to look at it because actually, I mean, let's look at just for fun, but I really trust more MACD. But just for confirmation, RSI, it's going down. I don't see any bullish sign there. 4 hour, even worse. 2 hours, even worse. 1 hour, worst. Okay, so we are bearish like crazy in this moment, okay? 1 second. 1 second, because YouTube tell me please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Do you guys see the video pretty good? Because YouTube just gave me something to adjust, but I cannot adjust right now. M7 and 77, I'm not sure. Those are like preferences. Every traders use different moving average, to be honest. So there you can use everyone. You can use 26 and 9 as the Ikimoku Cloud said. You can use I use 50 and 20 to do my trades, and those are my personal moving average. I'm fine with those. There are people that use 7 and 55. I mean, you have to research on your own and see which one are better for which time frame and so on. The audio is a bit bad, of course. Scenario, yeah, still gotta go buy the new microphone, but I hope you guys hear me. I'm just gonna open my audio for a second, see how it looks. Open my audio for a second, see how it looks. Open. Doesn't look that bad. Anyways, okay. So we say we're bearish right now. So this is how I try to figure it out, a few things. And remember, I love I love BitConnect. No, I'm just kidding. I love Fibonacci lines, guys. Fibonacci lines are amazing, especially if you're margin trading. And you can see here, like, when there's a fight, I call a fight on the Fibonacci. When it breaks that Fibonacci and it drops, it will go down to the next Fibonacci or to the next support line, in this case the 1 year trend. And as you can see here, then it bounced off here, arrived this Fibonacci and broke this Fibonacci. Where do you think it will end up? Right here. So you can place entry and exit on every Fibonacci. But remember, there are always support lines and resistance that you might not see. And those are all the other indicators that other traders are looking and maybe you're not looking. So in this case, let me remove this. In this case, if you're just using Fibonacci right here, there's a fighting here, it broke down. Why you think this trend line didn't end up right here? Because there was moving average 50 right there. And it bounced off right there. So it went back up. Now it went down. As you can see, there are some some green candles. That means the moving average was acting as a support for a bit, and then it broke down and it arrived to our Fibonacci. Then it started to drop. Now, if this line was not here, probably it would have went straight up down there, down to 78, but it didn't because there was a support line. So there was some playing here, some fighting here and there. Grazie un pochino quando parli forte. Okay, maybe I have to lower my mic. Okay. Yeah, I'm loud, I'm Italian. Okay. So, arrived here, there was some fighting here at this level and then broke down. It broke down to 78% Fibonacci. You guys can see there is some green. That means there was some fighting there. Now, this is for our chart. If I go close to our chart, you see those things better. You see? So you arrived at Fibonacci, bounce off of that, and now it's going down. And I think it will go down more because as we've seen, all the indicators looks terrible. Okay? Now, let's go check closer and trace other Fibonacci levels. I needed to talk with Joker. Where are you? Because I think there is some kind of harmonic pattern here. I'm still, you know, studying those harmonic patterns because they're really complicated to use. But this pattern right here might be, I think, a bullish crab. And let's go check together. You know, that's what I do, you know, and that's what you should do too. If, you know, you want to do research by yourself, right? So I want to know what harmonic patterns are. Harmonic patterns, you know, you have an idea. Sorry. And you can figure it out which one looks like the one we want. Okay, so this one, A and C, are lower, and X and D, one is lower than the other. So we had to look for that pattern. And this bullish crab, of course I knew it, looks like it, and even the bullish butterfly. The bullish butterfly, though, has to retrace 78% Fibonacci. So B has to retrace 78 Fibonacci of X and A. Okay? And in this case, though, crab has to retrace from 0.38 to 0.61. So they might be a bullish crab. So let's go figure it out. So X and A has to retrace from 38 to 61% Fibonacci. So what I do, I trace a Fibonacci. Clear. And this is retraced 50%, so between 38 and 61. So 50%, so can be one. It can be one right there. And this one shows up as a 50, 49, 50. Now, let's see what they want. 038, 088. So retracement of 038. So C has to retrace 038 Fibonacci of A to B. That's why those one are a little bit more little bit confusing. Okay, I'm just gonna go easier after this is, you know, more advanced, but you know, it's good to see. So in this case, I drew my Fibonacci from the bottom to the top to know this retracement, which is bearish. Now I want to know this retracement, which is a correction, but it's a bullish. So I have to trace the Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, and this retraced 78. So not really looking amazing when you say 0.88. I know it can go between 0.38 and 0.88. So I'm pretty good right there too. Okay. Then let's remove those one. They're super confusing. Right there. So now number D has to go under 61, extension of X to A. So the extension in this case, Fibonacci extension, there. Oh, what happened? From the top to the bottom and go back up. Okay, so we have under 61% retracement, which is down here. That it's about in the area where the next support is. And if we trace that, nice rectangle, so to get a box, because you know it's hard to get the right point. You know, we know the volatility is very high when tracing those things, so usually traders put a box there. That's the area where we can end up, and we need 161 right there, and under 61 will be right there. So probably BTC. Oh, that's it. I'm doing a live. I'm doing a live.
Who's online?
Shh, I'm doing a live.
Oh, you're on live?
Okay, so this red line might arrive here. This red candle probably will arrive here because all the indicators are pretty bearish. Okay, so yeah, that's my view for the moment. If this bullish crab works, and bullish crab, remember, call it bullish because from here then it should go up. We hope so, but we don't know how much up can it be. It can go up 50%, 38, you know, on every Fibonacci level, right? So if we trace Fibonacci extension from to there, no, those are the level that it can go, but you know, we can think about that later on. So right now we just need to focus on where BTC is going and so on. So we have that. Remember, Fibonacci very important. So as you've seen that it bounced everywhere on every level, right? As you can see here, bounced pretty good on every level of Fibonacci, right? Fights, broke broke, and it broke down here. Well, that will arrive probably there, but we can do other Fibonacci when we're looking at smaller time frame. Let's go see. So I can go 30-minute chart. So 30-minute chart, I have this polyline. Okay, I have this trend. I have a bearish trend, then a correction, and probably another bearish one, right? So I'm gonna use this correction to figure it out where my next bullish line would be. So I'm gonna use Fibonacci extension right there. As you can see, again, the trend bounced off every single line. It stopped 100%. So again, the target, if this breakdown, will be here. So this zone is the zone we really look right now, between 6 to 6. Okay, that's the target right now by looking all indicators and all the patterns. But the thing is, in order to arrive there, we need to break our smoothed moving average, which is huge. Okay, that's not great. I don't really want it. I rather fail all this prediction and go up. Okay, but if we really have to break that SMA, we might really go to 3K. Like 3K is not that far to to being honest. At this point we are at 6K, 3K, you know, it's just 50% down from here. So let's get over it. Let's arrive there, and you know, instead of going nuts with this charting here. Market is insane. So now, what else can we look at? Oh, when I drew this one was creating a perfect channel. Actually, let's go to remove a few things right there. Let's leave that. Let's move the moving averages, make it more clear. Let's move this. So I traced a parallel channel by using those three lines. Okay, so parallel channel, boom. Okay, that's how you do parallel channels. Parallel channels, I love it. That's how you can figure out if it's a parallel channel. You don't trace a trend line and then you go find the other trend line, because you don't know if it's a parallel channel. There is a tool for it. Parallel channel that draws you parallel channels. I trace this trend line, this resistance with this other one, and I click, I go back down and see if my support lines bounce off on that channel, and look, ba-bam, ba-bam, 1, 2, 3. So huge confirmation of channel in this case, and that's what I said yesterday too. I think I drew something. Let me see where I drew that. No. I have so many BTC charts. Oh, right here. See? So I will explain this pretty quick. I just did what I did here. Okay, I trace a Fibonacci retracement of this main spike. Go down. And I'm using that Fibonacci, plus I traced oh, okay, I trace a Fibonacci extension of this bullish trend. So to make it clear, when I see this stuff, I see bearish, bullish. Oh, what I'm using here. I'm seeing a bearish trend. I see a bullish, which is a correction, so a bull trap, and then another bearish one. Okay, so in this case, which is the correction? This one. So I'm gonna use that correction to figure it out where my next bullish, bearish will be. Sorry, I'm getting confused. So in this case, from the top to the bottom and go back up. So I trace this one. Now I'm gonna use both Fibonacci. I'm gonna use this, and then I'm gonna use this one. So if I go close, 1 hour, you guys see I have those two lines, like this one and this one. That's why I draw this. Of course, it went down and then went back up. You know, when it was here, the trend, I thought it would have went just straight up and down, but you know, still a good prediction. It went down, up to where I thought it would be, and now it's following perfectly my line, and I didn't really move this line. Of course, in this case, it would have been like this, okay? So again, another idea that Bitcoin might arrive to 6K in this situation. Now let's go back to our chart. Let's see what else we can see. Right there. And I have 5 screens, so I have chart all over the place. Let's go even take a look closer. 30 minutes, what's happening? Let's see indicators, 30 minutes, down. See, everything is down, so it's pretty much all bearish right here. Just at 15, we can start to see something, but you know, 15 doesn't really matter at this point when all the big time frames are bearish. Try to see something here. No. Is it? Yeah, I don't think a double down might happen here since the indicators are really bad. You know, don't use my word as a financial advice, because I'm like you guys, just passionate, enthusiast about BTC. Try to do my best to help the community. Anyways, yeah, that's the situation right now. And if we arrive at the channel here, let's see what the channel see. Yeah, we have this huge support. So at this channel, when we're right here, I probably will go long on BTC, because we might have a bounce there and our bullish crab might work, and we might arrive there. Now, you know, we have all the Fibonacci layers, all the stuff we're gonna look at, but you know, that could be a nice 28% profit with margin 100x. No, just kidding. Not 100x, I would do like 10, 25x in this situation, because you know, you don't know where you're gonna get this going, okay? So you don't want to put x, because it can drop and hit you, and so go 25, because 25 it gives you pretty good margin, to be honest. I don't remember how much, probably $200, $300 or something. so you have some margin and you will be safe. So yeah, I will go there because we have some kind of a bullish flag. There's not really a nice pole to it, but it's a downtrend channel. We did all the study here. It might arrive here for a few reasons. I don't want to repeat myself. Probably I'm bothering you guys, but I'm kind of really precise as a person, so I really love to explain things like in really details. So if we're right there, we might, let's see if no, too many bounces here. I wanted to try to look for some kind of Elliott correction in a channel, but so we might arrive there. Don't count on me that this will be the target, because there are so many horizontal resistance we have to go to pass. Okay, those are levels, Fibonacci, everything that can arrive there and stop BTC to arrive. So at that level, we'll probably do another video, another live, because we might break there. That will be huge, or go back down more. We don't know that. So and that's what I think so far. I've been doing pretty good with my prediction so far, especially BTC. I've tried to update you guys every single day, and I took my risk, to be honest, because I'm not as other channels that post one chart a day. Yeah, BTC broke. Yeah. What you want, an applause? Like, I'm taking my risk. I'm trying to help you guys every day, but you guys should understand that BTC, it's crazy right now. So we don't know where it's gonna go. We might know in the short term where it can go, and that's I'm happy to help you guys with. So sometimes I'm totally wrong, but that's trading, guys. So we know prediction in unstable market are highly wrong most of the time. So I did a good pattern that was like was it a bullish bat, but it didn't work. I arrived here. This was a bullish bat. Actually, I called the bullish bat a C, to be honest. So to C to D, I did pretty good. Probably was not a bat, was this crab thing, but I still gave you 12%, boys. 12% margin of BTC. That's pretty good. So now he arrived there, and in trading analysis, patterns, sometimes there are traders that were looking at these patterns, some other traders that were probably looking at this bullish crab. So what's gonna happen right here, where we have a support, we have Fibonacci levels, we have so many kind of support levels. So it's gonna bounce, gonna bounce. If it was strong enough, we would have went up, and my bullish bat would have worked. But it didn't. So actually formed there a pennant, right? Formed this pennant. There was a bearish pennant. So another indicators, and it is a bearish pennant, or called symmetrical triangle, because comes from a bearish trend. So bearish pennant, and of course, boom, it went down. Okay. Let's see if you could have got the target by just knowing the pennant. I'm just gonna try live this. I may screw up everything, but I want to show you the honesty that it's around my channel. When we do study, personally, I chart by myself, and all my teammates chart their own chart. So we don't look at other channels, okay? So you have to appreciate that, to be honest. So if I put this, so you guys don't see. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna use the correction that is in the channel, so this one, to see where my target could have went by using Fibonacci extension. So from here to there, and we go up. Okay, so I have all my extension: 161, 161, and 361, and 461. Now, if the magic happened, I should have got every single target. If it didn't, too bad. Okay, let's check. All right, let's see what happened here. Let's go even closer. Actually, you guys can see the bounce already. 161% hit. Bounce, 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 bounce. Boom. 261. And there are some bounces here. It's not a straight line because there are some weeks. If I go closer, I'm gonna show you those weeks. You see? Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, it worked, brother. It worked. So 161% bounce. Down 261%. Bounce. Down 361%. Bounce up to 261%. Down to 360, and if he breaks, it will go to 423%. Then, you know, we keep doing our lines over and over again. Okay, we can trace this one and see where the target is. Boom, 161%, where all our study end up. Okay, so anyways, I think I gave you lots of info here regarding the situation, regarding how to trade, regarding how to check your exit and then 3 points. Trading analysis works. Don't fucking tell me that TA doesn't work, because it does. I do all my study on TA. I know shit about fundamental analysis. There are other teammates that help me with fundamental analysis, but I'm a big trading technical analysis guy. I love TA, helps me a lot with my trades. FA for sure helps you for sure, you know, to pump coins, but it doesn't tell you when to enter and when to exit coins. That's where you have to use TA. Like when BTC was $6,000, all the news, the information around you, oh, buy BTC. While you should have never bought BTC, because just MACD itself, let's go check MACD. MACD, look how high it was. And people bought at that level, at 16K. And if you don't know TA, you will never buy BTC at that level. And it was so high, 2000 MACD, it's insane. Like if I go back, look at those MACD, how high they are already, okay? If I go back, see? Those are extremely high. 60 is extremely high. So what BTC did, he went to 200, then he went to 400, then he went to look at that, look at the MACD. That's about 2,500. That's massive, okay? Massive. So a crash was expected. 100%. For sure, even here we could have been scared, and the crash happened here, right? It happened here, it happened here, it happened here, happened here. Sure, it could have went back up, but I sold on every peak. So I sold my BTC when they were here, and the crash in this pattern here was 40%. So I sell. I'm not a holder. You guys know that. I'm a daily trader. So when I see things high, I sell and I buy back at the bottom. So if I see a cross here, MACD, I'm gonna buy back. Okay. Right here, of course, was pretty hard one to see because there was a cross here. There was a bull trap, and then it went back down, and so it was very hard to identify that. But for sure, you don't buy BTC around 19K when the future go out. Okay. And so on. Okay, so what else can I tell you to be safe? Like, don't buy BTC in rush. Don't rush that you want to buy a 6, a 7. Like, why? Like, I don't get it. What's the rush of it? You can buy BTC when it breaks the resistance at 10K if you want, and just start to trade from that moment, and then from 10K can arrive to 20K and you make your 100%. Like, why you want to kill yourself right now to rush to buy BTC when it can dump to 3K? Just be out for now. And I told you guys to put stop loss at 1 year trend, right? If you broke the 1 year trend, your stop loss would have got hit, and hopefully right now you are pretty much all USDT, or maybe just holding, you know, a few coins that you really believe into it. To make profit right now, there's not much to do except margin trading. I will try, as I promised, to do a video about margin trading, but I've been, guys, really busy. Like, stress is like on the moon right now. So I'm gonna try to do that as soon as I can. You guys know that running a channel is not funny. It's not fun. I mean, it is fun, but it's stressful too, because you gotta be there every day, every single day. So it's not that easy as everyone thinks. People message and people want to know stuff and blah blah blah. So anyways, hopefully this other live session was pretty good. I think it was. And be safe in the market, be patient, keep in consideration this thing can drop to 3K, no problem. I never excluded that scenario. So it can arrive there, especially now that broke that support. But you know, let's hope in the bullish idea too. You know, we have that moving average that I told you that is supporting now BTC. So let's hope in that. Okay guys, have a good Easter. I will probably be off, probably all Sunday. I will take off with the family and, you know, enjoy my time a little bit, my life a little bit, and I will talk to you guys on Monday. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I'm gonna keep making video, and put a like and share with your friends. And if you want to help me too, you can share my channel everywhere. You can even spam if you want, I don't care. But yeah, please do that, because as you know, our community is pretty good because we collaborate. Everyone collaborates. That's why I have the collaboration channel. In collaboration channel, you are welcome to post your chart. Our team will correct your chart, even though if you're making mistake. Don't worry about it. Just post. I'm not a robot. I cannot like have the coins, all the coins under control. It's hard. So if someone can help me and post a chart, they see a coin, I can spread the news. And if you guys buy the coin, I spread the news. Other guys buy the coin, your coin goes up. So that's why it's important to spread the news, the link around, and grow our community. Plus, it's a favor you guys doing to me, right? Okay. Thank you so much and enjoy Easter. Happy Easter to everyone. This is Crypto Vince and see you guys soon. Bye bye.